Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'll be doing a Python tutorial on how you can create virtual environments using the CMD, and later on I'll show you can create virtual environments in PyCharm. So let's get into it. To use the CMD to create a virtual environment, you must first make sure that Python is in your environment variables. Now you can check that by typing Python hyphen uppercase V or Python hyphen version. Now that command should give you the respective version of Python. For version 3.9.5, yours might be different. Now, if you get an error message like Python is not recognized as an internal or external command, then most likely is Python is not in your environment variables. And I would suggest that you do an uninstall and then install Python again. During installation, make sure you check this little box here and click on install now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and create a directory in my desktop. And I'll navigate to, so I'll create two directories. So I'll navigate to YouTube, and inside here I'm going to create a virtual environment. Now to create a virtual environment, all you have to do is type Python -m vn, then the name of virtual environment. I'm going to call mine my vn. Now the -m flag in Python is used to run a module as a script. Now in this context, -m tells Python to run vn module as a script with my vn as an argument. Vn is a built-in module in Python that stands for virtual environment. It provides a way to create isolated Python environments where you can install packages and dependencies specific to a project without interfering with the system Python installation or other projects. Now, for instance, if you have multiple projects using different dependencies of a package, then I would advise you to use virtual environment. For instance, if you have a web project using Flask version 1.2 and you have another one using Flask version 1.8, then in that case, it would be advisable to use the virtual environment. So I'm going to hit enter and create this new virtual environment. Now, if I list the directories inside YouTube, we'll see you have a new directory called by vn. So I'm going to navigate to my vn and activate the virtual environment. So cd my vn and then cd, we have scripts inside here. And then I will activate the virtual environment using this command, activate.bat. Now you can see the command prompt has changed here. You can see inside my vn and the virtual environment is active. So I'll do a pip freeze so that you can see the installed packages in this new virtual environment. You can see our virtual environment is clean, there is nothing installed. So let me open the Python ideally. So I'm going to import requests. So module not found, this because there is no package in our virtual environment. So let me import Flask. No module named Flask. So I'm going to go back to the virtual environment and install these two packages. Now to install these two packages, all you have to do is type pip install requests. Now the next one is Flask. So I'll import, I'm going to type pip install Flask. Okay, let me clear the screen. So if I do a pip freeze again, you can see you have a couple of packages with their respective versions. So I'll open the Python IDLE again and try importing Flask. Let's first import request. You can see this one worked. So let's import Flask. So from Flask, import Flask, and also this one worked. Now once you're done with your project and maybe you want to deploy it, so all you have to do is type pip freeze and then greater than sign requirements.txt file. Now this command copies all your dependencies into a file called requirement.txt. If I list the directory, you'll see you have a new file called requirement.txt. Now it's here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead to PyCharm and show you an easier way of creating virtual environments. So this is PyCharm. Now to create a virtual environment in PyCharm, all you have to do is click on Files, then New Project, then select the directory of your project. I'm going to select this test folder that we created in CMD and click OK. Now the virtual environment is automatically created here. You can see it will be inside test and then it will be called VNV. So I'll click on create and then I'll open this project on a new window. Now here if I try importing requests, then you can see that I have an error here. Module request is not installed. Now in PyCharm, to install packages, you head over to the terminal and then you have this little drop down button and click on command prompt. Now this one automatically opens the command prompt inside the virtual environment. So here I can just do pip freeze and you'll see that you have no packages installed. Now to install request, all you have to do is type pip install requests and this error should disappear immediately. Yeah, you can see it has disappeared. Now suppose this is your virtual server and you want to install requirements in a requirements.txt file, all you have to do is type pip install -r and then the path to that particular file. Now for my case it's in the YouTube directory, so I'm going to copy this path and then I'll paste it here. I'm going to put it in quotes because I have a space here, and then at the end I'm going to use desktop/youtube/requirements.txt. Now the requirements file has been read and all these dependencies that were in the requirements.txt file have been installed. So if I try importing Flask here, so from Flask, import Flask. Yeah, and you can see it's working and you can also use them. So I'm going to use response requests.get, maybe google.com. And yeah, I think I'm done, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.